Hey guys, welcome to another episode. Today I'm going to talk to you guys about my top 5 driving tips for winter driving. During our Canadian winters, we get hit with a lot of snow all the time. If you guys come from a warm place and you guys come to Canada or any other place that's very snowy and you don't know how to drive on these roads, it can be very dangerous. There's many different things that you guys have to keep in mind when you're driving in this terrible weather. Now I'm going to start you guys off with number 1. So my top tip for you guys for driving in the winter is leave more space. Now this is very important because during the winter there's snow on the road, and if there's snow, ice, and everything on there, you're gonna have less traction. You're not only gonna have a longer stopping distance, but your brakes aren't gonna be as good, your steering isn't gonna be as good, and there's a whole bunch of other things that are affected because of the lack of traction. So if you guys give yourself a little bit of extra room between you and the person in front of you, you're gonna be a lot safer on these roads and you're not gonna be basically having accidents. Number 2, now this is a traction test. So what I like doing before I come to a stop is way before the stop is coming up to me, what I like doing is tapping the brake just to see if my wheels and everything have traction. Because if I don't have traction or a lot of it at that point, what I like to do is start braking earlier, because it's better to do it earlier than later. Now my next tip for you guys is actually very important in getting to know your car. Now say you're driving in the winter and this is your first time. If you don't know how your car is going to behave in that bad weather, something that you can do to get used to your car is go in an open parking lot where there's no one there and see what your car can do. This is very good, especially on a snow day. So you get your car, go in a parking lot and see what your car can do. You know, floor it, slam on the brakes, try to drift it, see what happens when you make the steering wheel turn a certain different way. And the beauty of this is that if you guys are safe with this, this is completely legal. Now make sure that you're doing this on private property, because if it's public property and there's a police officer there, if you're doing something stupid, he might be able to give you a reckless driving ticket or something like that. So it's smart, if you guys want to do this in a private parking lot. That's essentially how I got used to driving in my car. Now this next one's very important too, because you don't know what kind of weather you might be getting into, say you're just driving down the street. During the winter, you could get very unpredictable weather. So that means that, say, one day could be very nice and sunny, you know, it's not snowing, and the next could be a horrible snowstorm. Now, right now, it's snowing pretty bad, and we actually have a snow day today. So the roads are quite bad. The thing is, if you don't know what to expect, you could be getting yourself into a bit of trouble. So go online, go to your local weather network, find out what the weather is for your area, and then go from there. If it's very bad weather and you're not comfortable with driving in the snow, by all means, don't go driving. But on the other hand, if you're like me, you live for days like this. This is one of these days that it's like you call up your buddies, hey, you want to go drifting in a parking lot or something like that? Yeah. And you have fun. Number 5. I don't care if you have the best all-season tires in the world. I don't care if you have all-wheel drive, four-wheel drive. I don't care what the hell kind of car you have. If you don't have snow tires on your car during, say, weather like this, your car is not going to be anywhere near as good as a car that has snow tires. Everything your car does, everything, it all comes down to the quality of the tire. So if you're driving on a road and say you hit a whole bunch of snow, if you have all seasons or whatever like that, they're not going to behave as good as snow tires, no matter what the situation is. Snow tires are amazing in the winter, summer tires are amazing in the summer. All-season tires are mediocre at both. They don't excel in any particular situation. The one thing that it all comes down to is the quality of your tires. Acceleration is better with snow tires, braking is better with snow tires, and handling. Like, everything is better when you have snow tires mounted on your vehicle. Now these things come in handy even if there isn't snow on the road. Because the snow tires run a softer rubber compound than, say, all seasons, is that as soon as the temperature gets lower than 7 degrees, it's very good and very beneficial to put snow tires on your car. All seasons will not perform as well as these things will. If you guys don't have this much snow like I do, you're not going to run into these problems. Now what I mean by that is that if you guys have 1 or 2 days a year that you have a little bit of snow, it's not really worth it to spend $1,000 or whatever it costs you to get snow tires mounted on your car. If you guys like these driving tips and even have some of your own, let me know in the comments down below and I'd be happy to give them a read. Now make sure you guys follow me on Facebook. I'm starting to throw a lot more stuff on there. I'll throw a link for you guys in the description box. And if you haven't started following me on Instagram yet, definitely do that. Again guys, thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.